it is now the time that we come together as a Welsh Labour family and we go out and we knock doors, we go into communities and we tell the people why we need a UK Labour government to work hand in hand with a Welsh Labour government. And we need to be a strong support for Keir Starmer to make sure he becomes the next Prime Minister of this country. And the person that the members have chosen to be that person is Vaughan Gething. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Bore da pawb, a diolch a Carolyn and Joe for the introduction to the event. And thank you to the Welsh Labour staff and the team and the Procedures Committee who have run a typically well-organised campaign. The first thing to do is to pay tribute to Mark. Much has already been said about Mark as a details man, but he was the right leader at the right time in the pandemic. And it is true that we will be forever in his debt to his forensic approach to public policy through that time. But too little is said about the heart that went into it too. The deep and unwavering devotion to fairness, to Wales as a community, as a people, as a fabric of families. At the hardest of times, he made us feel safer, he made us feel proud, and he always made everyone aware that we each have a part to play in our national story. There is no greater legacy than that. Thank you, Mark, for everything that you have done for our party and, more importantly, for our country. And Jeremy. We have been cabinet colleagues, political allies, and once the dust settles again, I hope, firm friends. And I know that Jeremy's candidacy has given a new confidence to thousands of Welsh boys and girls who might otherwise have thought very differently about public life here in Wales. But people won't accept me, or it's just not for me. Those kind of thoughts are ones that you have helped to banish from homes right across Wales. Jeremy, the story that you have told, the example that you've already set, and the ideas that you've promoted in this campaign have already helped to change Wales for the better. I look forward to working with you. Thank you to you and to your campaign team for the contest. Diolch yn fawr. I also need to recognise my own excellent campaign team. They came together quickly and at short notice. They left jobs, cancelled holidays, some even came out of retirement. All of them dedicated so much, for which I am so grateful. And to Ken Skates and Jane Bryant, my campaign co-chairs, for your support, guidance, advice and leadership of our team of Senedd members, MPs and councillors. Thank you to each and every one of you. Last but by no means least, thank you to all of the Welsh Labour and trade union members who have taken part in this contest. As a Welsh Labour activist for nearly 3 decades, I'm immensely proud to have received support from members of our party and movement across Wales. And of course, as a former trade union steward and employment lawyer, and the Welsh TUC president, receiving support from 6 of our biggest trade unions was truly an honour. But today, we turn a page in the book of our nation's history. A history that we write together. Not just because I have the honour of becoming the first black leader in any European country, but because the generational dial has jumped too. Like Ken and Jane, devolution is not something that I have had to get used to or to adapt to or to apologise for. Devolution, Welsh solutions to Welsh problems and opportunities, is in my blood. It's what I've always known through my adult political life. And that's the same for a growing number of our citizens. And I want us to use this moment as a starting point for a more confident march into the future. A march into the future on behalf of a generation that too often is being asked to pick up the pieces and the bill for those who came before them. In Wales, it often takes the worst times to get the best out of us. In adversity, you can't match us. We'll be there, fighting tooth and nail for the impossible to happen, for the underdog, for the oppressed. When your back's against a wall, you want Welsh people by your side, and we'll be there.